Hello, and welcome to today's class, Managing in the Electronic Media Operations. This is our Thursday class before our Friday first test. I know we all have a little bit of anxiety over test number one. Probably decent, probably a reason to have a little anxiety. It's hard. We're all kind of going through this new, um, this class format that's new for all of us. Have I stayed enough time on different slides? And everything else. So we're trying to make this as easy as possible for you as we go through. As you look, let me take you over to what you should be looking at Blackboard, if I can find it here. You see on Blackboard, here's our homepage on Blackboard, which has up through yesterday's lecture, and there are all our lectures. But if you look here, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Emotional Intelligence, Chapter 3, and Chapter 5. We didn't do Chapter 4. All those PowerPoints are here on the, matter of fact, let's fix this while we're here. That should be, we should edit that. This should be Chapter 5 PowerPoint. They're all here, and so that should help you as far as, oh, man, I screwed that up. But it should help you as far as when you get to a test question, if you want to go check it on your on your PowerPoint, it should be right there. So that should be okay. There we go. Chapter 5 PPT. See, look at this. You're watching it as it happens. When you look at it, it'll look like it was always like that if you didn't see this little deal here. But so you have it. 5 PowerPoint presentations and for our 5 chapters. What I have here, look at this. You can see it now, is the actual test, at least a version of the test, not the final version. So let me go over some of this for you, and we can see also you have your book as well, so it should all kind of tie together. So let me get the first question. It has to do with the business model most often used in electronic media. Is called what? We've discussed this throughout, mentioned it a lot. It's called dual product market. There you go. I just gave you one of the first questions on the test. Then we've got questions about management functions, management roles, and different activities in electronic media, and all those come from your chapter 1. So if you just look through those, look in the book or look on your PowerPoint, you should be able to get those easily. We'll talk some more questions about dual product market, and then again, management skills, management levels, asking a lot of different questions about the different kind of management levels and different kind of management skills. So if you look at those things, you're already 8 questions in. Talked about the fact you guys don't watch cable much anymore, don't watch true television anymore, how that is called cord cutting. And so we'll be good to go on that. Then questions about emotional intelligence, questions about how you interact with people, your self-awareness, um, your feelings and your emotions. All these things will be in your, you look down here, your emotional intelligence PowerPoint. Talked about convergence of media. So want to go into that. Talked about joint ownership of stations, how that's called the duopoly. Got some things here about ownership restrictions in radio and television. And then we'll go back again to some questions about managers. So also remember we talked about oligopolies, perfect competition, monopolies, and think about those and how those are defined. That's in your, I believe it's your chapter 3 PowerPoint, might have been chapter 2 PowerPoint about different kinds of market structure. Differentiation of electronic media, and then a lot of questions about ethics. So think about those things: mission statements, ethical choices, and remember, this isn't on a PowerPoint, but I told you about it. The guiding principles of Texas Tech Athletics, the very first thing that we talk about here at Texas Tech Athletics. I won't give you the answer here, but remember, we've mentioned it a couple times. We're talking about ethics, that we have a mission statement, and there's one thing that we always talk about is our number one thing to do. So we've got some questions about budgeting, financial implications. Talked a little bit about the after tiller ethical situation at PBS. Just some other things that you have in here, and all things we talked about. We talked about how newspapers took an ad in classified advertising, and some of those other things as well. So anyway, remember those things. Remember about chapter 1, we just talked about the market changing. We talked about how newspaper it's changing, and go from there. So just remember, go over your PowerPoints and your chapters. There's not a single question on the test. This is a really easy review that's not in one of those PowerPoints or one of those chapters. So just make sure you go through there. Shouldn't have any problems. And here's the thing. I expect everyone to get higher than an 80. It's basically 1/4 of your grade. So if you don't have if you don't get the grade you want to get on it, we still have plenty of time to make that up. Also, I've been known to curve it as well. So if you need to curve, so say the high score for some reason 85, I'll curve everybody up because I'll try to keep the highest score right around 100. So hopefully you'll do well. Hopefully you'll look over your PowerPoints, and then we'll be back on Monday with another lecture. Also, we're going to have your second written/video assignment, and I'll post that tomorrow as well. So don't panic about the test. Take your time on it. I'll make it really okay for you time-wise, and let's all get a good grade. Let me know if you have any questions.